Hello there. Welcome or welcome back. My name is Julie. This is my journal, specifically my health journal. You may hear noises from here in the house. Forgive the this and my fun robe. Ooh, coffee. My sweet husband. It's my very first ever Dutch Bros coffee. It was really yummy. Good stuff. And he surprised me with that this morning. Anyway, I have wonderful news, exciting news that I just could not wait to tell you. Well, I guess I could because I did sleep last night, but then this morning I'm like, I need to tell them. I just need to tell them because I am now starting the preparing process. Yes, as we are also a couple days before Christmas, I am now starting the prepping and planning. Seriously, like everyone's awake this morning. Everyone got up early. It's very strange. Well, except Mariah. Mariah's still downstairs. Lulu, tu gatita está aquí. Fern is at the door. So anyhow, check this out. We are finally scheduled. The spinal nerve ablation, my low back, we're finally scheduled for it. It is going to happen. Thank you, Reggie. They finally called to schedule. And so, as I had mentioned before, it is 2 procedures. They do one side of the spine at a time. And we'll start with the right side, which is the worst side. And then 2 weeks later, do the other side. And as expected, it will be next month, January, which is fine. It is what it is. I anticipated, actually, that would be the case because I knew it was just going to be crazy. You know, everyone trying to get in and, do their stuff before the end of the year. Sorry, I really do look like kind of death, but real and raw. That's Mama's journal. I'm so excited. I'm so incredibly excited and terrified and nervous and thinking about everything I've got to plan. I've got to get some videos logged away for the main channel, The Frugal Family. So got to do that. Got to get, stuff here in the house ready. I've gotten the kids on board with here, you're all growing up. You got to clean up after yourselves. I mean, they should be anyway, but we're just getting on top of it, getting ready. Got to make sure we've got, the groceries although it's not as big of a deal because I do still have the Walmart delivery. And then of course, Olivia drives now. So, and she picks up a lot of my orders anyhow. But just, going through all these things in my head, prepare for this, prepare for that, get this ready, get that ready. And then, of course, I will be vlogging as much of the process as possible. Wish I could take you in for the actual procedure. That'd be amazing. But I can, find pictures or something. But I am going to vlog it as much as possible. They did give me the details of preparing for it. So there is anesthesia, but you're not like fully under. So you don't need like a breathing tube, but because of the anesthesia and the risk for aspiration, you can't eat 6 hours ahead, where with regular surgery, it's like, 10 o'clock the night before or something like that. I haven't had a regular surgery in, over a year. So what's it been? Year and a half? I don't know. Anyway, so, oh God, what was I going to say? Oh yeah. So no eating 6 hours before, and then no drinking water 2 hours before. And then of course you have to have a driver. And because of how we've scheduled them, James, my husband, should be able to be the one driving me. And if for some reason that doesn't work out, then Olivia can, but ideally it'll be James. The procedures themselves, we shouldn't be there for more than an hour each time, which is amazing. And the recovery shouldn't be that bad. What I had looked at online when I did a brief little look at like the details, which I didn't do much because I didn't want to look into it too much just in case I didn't get approved. But it was saying like 6-week recovery and stuff like that. And I'm still going to allow for that because you never know, right? My body, your body, we're all different. We all respond differently to things, but I don't think that's going to be the case because what they told me is, yeah, you're super careful the first couple days, but then after that, it's more like, listen to your body, don't be stupid. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, those are my words, but, you know, obviously no deadlifting, you know, and crazy squats and, you know what I mean? So, the tricky thing is that it's, you know, you do the one, you recover from that, and then shortly thereafter, you're going and doing the other. And so basically it's taking my whole January, like my whole month of January is rolled up in this process. But I think that's okay. I'm thinking about the things that I'm going to do with my January. This is not going to take my whole January. It'll be a huge part and kind of the chorister of my, you know, January. I'll have to, you know, follow the lead of these procedures in my activities and what I do and everything, which is why I'm going to do as much prep as possible ahead of time. But it's I'm going to find things to do. January is generally a hard time for me because, you know, the seasonal, the SAD, what is it called? Seasonal affective disorder. That totally hits me. For the last several years, it really does. It gets so cold and icy and the inversion, and so the air is terrible and, you know, basically stuck inside. But I'm gonna write a list, start writing it today, of things that I can be doing. We're also looking into getting a standing desk so that I can do some crafting and puzzling and things like that without sitting, you know, and you know, have just a bunch of things lined up. You know, bring up the Legos, get a bunch of that going, have some projects going with that, some crafting, some art, some whatever, things, just have things planned, you know, have family over, have friends over, things like that. So that even if I'm stuck inside, we've got things going on. There are some home improvement projects and deep cleaning that I also want to do. The problem is, how much of that will I physically be able to do? I don't know. You know, I could end up being more of the conductor there, you know, leading the family through it. But I want to have a whole bunch of stuff, you know, January and February, a bunch of stuff lined up and things to do, things to keep myself busy and feeling productive and busy, just to try to mitigate the seasonal depression. You know, and then also with having this procedure. And the tricky thing about the procedure, as great of a history as it has of, you know, its efficacy rate and all of that, part of me has to prepare myself for if it doesn't do as much as I need it to do. We do have a plan lined up for a specific injection into a pelvic floor muscle that could also help, because the spinal nerve ablation is to help with the deterioration in my spine, specifically my low back. But it also has been really helpful with my tailbone. Well, if it doesn't do enough for the tailbone, you know, even though in the test injections it was quite helpful, but say it doesn't do enough, then the pelvic floor therapist has another idea for a deep muscle injection that has to be done by a certain person, and I'm not even sure how the procedure goes. Do they go from the inside or the outside? I don't know, and I'm not even going to look into it, because I'm really hopeful that the continued physical therapy and the nerve ablation will do the job. But it's good to know that if it doesn't do everything I want it to, then, you know, we do have another option, you know, that I'm not, you know, left out in the cold. So anyway, that's all all that. I think we do have another inversion settling in, because the kids have been coughing quite a bit, and the is back in my throat. I went for a beautiful walk last night with my husband. It was beautiful. We went and walked through a bunch of lights and you know, Christmas lights and a bunch of trees, and it was a beautiful walk, absolutely lovely. But I can definitely feel this kind of, you know, the inversion setting in again. We do have a storm that is supposed to be coming through, specifically Christmas Eve. How lovely would that be? Oh, except that we will be driving because we're going to my brother's house, and that's like a 45-minute drive away. It'll be okay. It'll be good. It'll be worth it for some beautiful snow for Christmas. We rarely, it's funny, Utah gets snow, but we rarely get it for Christmas. Normally it comes in January. Very strange. Very, very strange. I mean, other parts of Utah already have snow, of course. But for us, usually it's January when we really get a lot of snow going and stuff like that. So it would be awesome if we have snow for Christmas this year. And of course, that would clear out the air for us. So, bonus, bonus. Anyway, that's what I've got going on. I'm excited. I'm so super duper excited, scared, nervous, all of it, but also just incredibly excited and wanted to share all of that. This has been my very rolled right out of bed, but I did at least have my coffee first. So it was delicious. It was delicious. Yeah. Very first, what did I call it? Dutch Bros. James has really been wanting to try them out. He said that there's always a line outside, like, because we just got the Dutch Bros in the last few months, and he said that every time he drives by, there's a long line, and so he's been intrigued, and I'm always intrigued when it comes to coffee. So anyway, it was delicious, absolutely delicious. I tried his and mine, and both of them delicious. So anyhow, here's the big question though: is it better than the human being? I'm not going to say either way. They are two different animals entirely, completely different. But yeah, it's delicious. Delicious. I've been Julie. This has been my journal. You have been wonderful. And I'll be in touch when I have more details and more of a plan. And I do want to go over all of the planned activities and everything I'm doing to prepare and all that kind of stuff. But, I'll want to, brush my teeth and brush my hair and stuff like that first when we do that and actually have a list written for you. You guys do deserve a little better than, this. But anyway, that's what I've got. Have a beautiful day and a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you real soon. Bye.